First and foremost, I'd like to give all honors and praises to the Lord Most High God, whose name in the Paleo Hebrew is YaHaWaH, and to his only begotten Son, whose name in the Paleo Hebrew is YaHaWaShai, and to through the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew, Rakal Rawaka Kwadash, Kal Halalata, Barakata, Salalata, Kapawarata, Tawada Ata, La Ilayawan YaHaWaH, Bahasham, Adonai YaHaWaShai, Bahasham, Rakal Rawaka Kwadash. Double honors, peace, salutations to the Zaquanium elders, fathers, forefathers, prophets, preachers, teachers, poets of old, coming back in a reincarnated state to help solidify, awaken the hopeful elect men of Yashar Allah Israel. Out of the 12 tribes, there will be 12,000 men out of each 12 tribes, equaling 144,000 hopefully elect men who follow the Lamb, Yahushua, wherever he goes, by following the law, statutes, and commandments, the Torah, the living book, Bible scripts, verses, Old Testament, New Testament, and the Apocrypha in the Paleo Hebrew first and foremost, and then the Koine Greek, and in the English supplemental languages. Shalom to the Zaquanium of GMS Great Millstone, based in New York, out of One West, starting with Elder Tahar on down. The true leaders and rulers of all of Yashar Allah, the true leaders and rulers of all Israelite camps, because all you other Israelite camps who are not part of GMS, your teachers, your preachers, your generals, your bishops, your all your fucking heads are all a bunch of assholes and will eat a missile. And if you keep following them, you're gonna eat a missile along with them. So shalom. Also to the Akyam Brotherhood out on the highways and byways themselves, teaching and preaching on the four corners of the earth throughout the whole entire world on the horn of the unicorn, information internet superhighway, angels on airwaves, spitting out the truth via sincere, truthful doctrine, fear of the Most High, prayer, fasting from GMS. Also, the milk, the meat, the laws, the statutes, and everything that is meant for Yashar Allah, especially specifically the 144,000 and the 130. Like we're gonna get it right now in the end times before the missiles go off and before World War III and before MOTB, Mark of the Beast, and are going to get beamed up or saved so that we can start our own millennial kingdom in the future with YaHaWaH, YaHaWaShai, in Malak, Dawad, King David, with a thousand of billions of angels and in righteousness. So that's going to be my point today, Brother Sharath, coming at you one more time with the laws in general of this fucked up world, especially specifically America and the European nations, British, Europe, and then also all led by Amalek, the fake ass Ashkenazi Jews, and the grievous laws, pretty much a rape. It's okay to be gay, homosexual. It's okay to be a pedophile nowadays. It's okay to eat whatever you want, whether it's another human being. I have a feeling that's coming around the corner even before cannibalism. I think it's going to be, they're going to start pushing eating people just in general, just because this place is wicked. And I could keep going forever on all the wicked laws and statutes of this place, America, especially follow are led by fake ass Israel, and then the rest of the world heathens following through. So this lesson is pretty much about all the grievousness that the so-called white red man European Edomite Amalekite have pushed on the world, and it's all stupidity, ignorance, retardedness, because everything they're doing is going to end up destroying them. They're trying to destroy the world and captivate all people in slavery, but they're so goddamn stupid that they cannot see that if they go ahead with their plan, they're going to end up destroying themselves. Yahweh Yahushai doesn't even have to come through the clouds. If he lets Esau do what he wants, Esau will destroy the world and himself. Now, the reason why Yahweh Yahushua is breaking through the clouds is to save his hopeful elect, his remnant, and then later on, all of Israel will be saved. But the only reason Yahweh Yahushua is breaking through the clouds and coming to get us is because we need salvation. The people of Israel, Yasharallah, need salvation. We need a Savior and a power most high to save us from the wickedness that is Esau. Again, he doesn't need to come, Yahweh and Yahushai, to destroy Esau and to say just to destroy Esau. He's doing it to save us, because he could not come and let Esau implement his new world order, and then out of nowhere, the whole world's just gonna get blown the fuck up. So Yahushai is coming for our salvation and then to destroy the wicked. Isaiah 10:1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Woe unto them, the heathen, starting with Esau Edom, you white man, you Europeans that decree unrighteous, not right, not lawful, not even smart decrees, which are another word for laws, and that write grievousness, heavy, burdensome, toilsome, um, almost wickedness which they have prescribed to write down. So their laws are unrighteous, they're not lawful to begin with. This is why we invented civil disobedience. Gandhi is the biggest proponent of said civil disobedience, because the laws they were trying that the European Dutch company was trying to impose on the fucking Elamites was horrendous. They were treating them like shit and still making them their slaves. So Gandhi did civil disobedience by not eating and fasting and breaking the laws which the Dutch company and the Europeans were pressing on India. Civil disobedience is a thing, and that's what we have to do. We have to not do the unlawful righteous laws of Esau Edom. Just because Esau Edom says it's okay to be a pedophile doesn't mean that you have the right, because the law, American secular law, says it's okay for you to be a pedophile, and it just so happens that America is a Christian nation, quote unquote. So can that does that mean even though I'm in the Bible, follow God, I can be a pedophile? That's what America wants you to believe. They want you to believe that either there is no God and you can do what you want, or that there is a God and he'll let you do what you want. That is stupid and fucked off. That's why nothing but children and women with no IQs, no intelligence, no knowledge, no nothing run this place, and why this place is going into recession depression, and we're in wars. We're fixing to go to World War III against Russia, because the world is fed up with our dumb ass stupid laws and our little children and the bitch ass women that run this place. Kamala Harris. Isaiah 10:12, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, specifically YaHaWaH. What is America most known for around the world? But they don't acknowledge it, that America is racist and full of white supremacists, and that they keep fucking killing and enslaving us in different ways, the so-called black brown people of the world, which are the Hebrew Israelites. To turn aside the needy from judgment, so you write laws just so that you don't have to implement righteous laws. Isn't that fucked up? And to take away the right from the poor of my people, so your decree law is to take the rights and laws away from other people. Wow, how fucked up can you be? That widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. They're always going after the weak, because sometimes some other people who may be poor don't take it, and they create gangs and they create rebellion factions and secularists, and then they fight against the government in guerrilla war tactics, like in most of South America. When their governments go off and they start being really, really shitty, more shitty than usual, in South America, Honduras, Salvadorians, even Peruvians, they literally rise up and start setting shit on fire, because you government pieces of shit, you children, you 80, 70-year-old children, and all you women who are worthless as fuck are running and in charge and in places of position that you have no right to be in. That's why this world is going to hell in a handbasket, because you fucking old men and you fucking faggot women are running your mouths. Psalms 50:16. But unto the wicked, Allah, Allahayim, YaHaWaH, YaHaWaH saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Keep my covenant out your fucking mouth. That's what YaHaWaH, YaHaWaH is saying to you red white man, to you Edomite Esauian, to you heathen Gentiles who think you're Christians first and foremost, to all you fucking Christians, regardless of your gender, your identity, your nationality. If you're not a Hebrew Israelite, if you're not on a 12 tribe chart brought to you by GMS, if you're not a so-called Mexican, a so-called Salvadorian, a so-called African American, a so-called Native Indian, if you're not one of those, you're not an Israelite. If you're white and you think you're a Christian, or you call yourself a Christian, you're the heathen, you're the wicked. You're the wicked right here that YaHaWaH says. So if you're a white Christian European, you're the wicked. But unto the white Christian European, the wicked, YaHaWaH God saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Because the laws and statutes are only for Israel. So why do you, another nation, have them? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth. This is what YaHaWaH, YaHaWaH is pretty much saying to you, red, white, Esau, Edomites. Keep my covenant out your motherfucking mouth. Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Therefore the law is slack. The true law, statute, commandment, the actual righteous, lawful laws do not get implemented. They're not even in the law sometimes. It's not against the law to be gay in America. It should be against the law to be gay in America, but it's not. So the real law, the law of YaHaWaH, YaHaWaH, law, statutes, and commandments, are not implemented. But a fake law or a wicked law, which is you can be a homo or a pedophile, is implemented. So therefore the law, statutes, and commandments of YaHaWaH is slack, and judgment, truthful judgment, doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteousness, them and their laws. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth. So the wicked make up fucking stupid, empty, worthless laws like women can be in charge or go to work or even have rights. And yeah, you women don't need to have rights. You need to be barefoot and pregnant and shut it the fuck up. Therefore, thus is the law slack and judgment doth never go forth. That's why we have a woman in charge as the vice president. And guess what? We're fixing to go to World War III. But it's not her fault, right? For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Psalms 119:86, all that command, and then I'm going to switch on over, and this is on the right hand side. This is why we here at GMS, first and foremost, and all Hebrew Israelites with true sincere understanding and working with the YaHaWaH HaKodash, understand that they can do what they want to, the secular world and 2/3 of our nigger buddies, but we're going to do what we're going to do, and that's, as for me and my household, we will follow the Lord and keep his law, statutes, and commandments, like General Joshua said. Psalms 119:86, and all thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. So the last four verses, scripts that I broke down are pretty much summed up, accumulated in their thought process in Psalms 119:86. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully because they write grievous laws that are dumb and fucked up and stupid and suicidal as all hell. Help thou me. How is he going to help us? How is YaHaWaH Yahushua through the Ruach HaKodesh going to help a hopefully elect man or an Israelite in general? By following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of one's ability. Believing in Yahweh, that he exists, that's his name, that's how you pronounce it in the Paleo Hebrew. Believing in YaHaWaH, that's his name, that's how you pronounce it in the Paleo Hebrew, and that it means he saves. So believing in existence, and that existence sends forth salvation. That's what believing in Yahweh Yahushua means. And that's how you're going to get saved if Yahweh wills it. You can be 144 elect, brother, and still get your head chopped off. That's just a hard pill to swallow, but we got to do it. Job 20:05, that the triumph of the wicked is short and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So all these grievousness, all this bullshit that's been happening the last 6,000 years is going to come to a goddamn end. And in the next 1,000 years, it's all going to be reversed and corrected. And then after those 1,000 years, forever, we, Israel, Yahweh, Yahushai, Wamalak Dawad, are going to be rulers, Shar Yams, forever. We're going to be princes of powers forever, Shar Yashar Allahs. That the triumph of the wicked, Esau, Edom, white European nations is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, the 80, 70-year-old child, and all women are but for a moment. 2 Kings 17:13. Yet Eliah and Yahweh testified against Israel and against Judah, but all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways, the laws and the commandments of the secular world, Esau, Edom, white Europeans, and keep my commandments and my statutes, laws, statutes, commandments, Old Testament, New Testament, Apocrypha, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers and which I sent you by my servants the prophets. So yet Eliah and Yahweh testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers. Even though the nations are deriving grievous laws and shit, Yahweh Yahushai is always going to send his people, his angels, his servants, to correct his people, Israel. Turn ye from your evil ways, the ways of the world, and keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law which I commanded your fathers and which I sent to you by my servants, messengers, the prophets. Psalms 19:8, I will keep thy statutes, oh forsake me not utterly. Try to follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of ability, mixed with faith in Yahushua that he died and resurrected and is coming back, and he will not forsake you. Psalms 119:8, I will keep thy statutes, and forsake me not utterly. Psalms 119:33, teach me, O Eliah and Yahweh, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it until the end. It is the end time, brothers. Teach me, O Eliah and Yahweh, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. We're in the end times, brothers. Last but not least, Psalms 119:84. Salakia. Yeah, that was it. Salakia, brothers. So until then, shalom, and keep the law and statute commandments to the best of one's ability.